Riley is such an easy name, but I was able to forget it even though I just watched this movie. Welcome, guys, to Think About It Reviews, and this is the spoiler edition of Inside Out. And if you saw my last review, I really praise Inside Out. I think this is a original, really creative, really imaginative movie. And speaking of imaginative, this is really a spoiler review, so you have been warned. I'm just going to talk about the things I like and the things I didn't necessarily like. One of them was Bobo, Bing Bong. Bing Bong, the imaginary friend of Riley's that we meet along the adventure of joy and sadness. My God, people were bawling. I saw this coming. I said, you know what? Bing Bong is going to make a sacrifice somewhere in this film. Because first of all, I know they promised him that they, give him get him to the headquarters, get Riley to think about him and stuff. But I was like, you know what? Imaginary Bing Bong is not needed. Something's going to happen to him. Watch, where he's going to help these characters some way. And then in the beginning, I kind of thought he was a villain, but he wasn't maybe he'll go that villain route, but he didn't. And so I thought sacrifice route. My God, that sacrifice though was fantastic. It was so well done. It was so the rocket, the singing, him saying, bing bong, bing bong. I mean, it could be annoying, but just the effort they're giving, trying to get to that cliff, to the edge, back to where sadness is. My man, I thought they're building it up. They're building it up, and they build it up. And when he said, you know what, Joy, let's try it one more time. I think it's gonna work this time. I was like, no. Turned to my brother, I'm like, God damn you, Pixar. God damn you. And when Bing Bong and Joy are doing that one last ride, and Bing Bong, Joy has no idea that Bing Bong just lets it all go. And Joy is able to make it to the top. And then you see Bing Bong on the, down below, and he says, I forgot what he said, but he pretty much looks at Joy, and I think he says, go have make sure you do adventures with Riley, go to another planet. And then he disappears. I was almost there. I was like, no, I'm not gonna cry. I'm a grown ass man. Got my one emotion out, not anger, not sad. I got my neutral emotion out. I was like, neutral, just put it in neutral, man. Just put it in neutral. But I see my brother shedding tears, so sadness got, to him. I see sadness get to the people next to me. I hear sadness in the back of me, bawling, just like Bing Bong is gone. So that's a joy to see as a movie, critic, as a movie goer, just a general, movie goer, just a general movie goer. When I love movies so much, that's why I go to the movie theater. I go to the movie theater to see the reactions, to see, to be with other people and see if they, have the same emotions as I do. And what a great film to demonstrate that. I mean, sadness. Look at everybody was having that sad moment, but got over it into another happy moment. Also, people who are just like Jurassic World. That's why I like that movie so much, because a lot of people were just so into it. The audience. I love the audience. That's why I go to the movie theater. That's where you could just sit down, shut the hell up. Whoever you're with, you enjoy an experience. You enjoy a moment. That is time well spent. Unless it's Paul Blart. I'm just kidding. But I really just, this movie really was smart with the emotions, especially that message of, Joy was trying to overtake Riley with joy. But you can't just have joy. You have to have joy, but then you have to have sadness to have the joy. So I love that message. I love the friendship that joy and sadness were having. Gotta say, though, that was a fucked up moment when Joy had all the the memories and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta go, Sadness. Peace out." She left Sadness. She left Sadness and Bing Bong. What up, B? I was like, wow, she just did that. Wow, she ain't my friend no more. But yeah, and then I absolutely loved too when joy and sadness were gone, and you had these other emotions. You had disgust, you had anger, you had fear, and they're trying to, helm the station. They're the captain, so to speak. And anger was actually stepping up a lot. Of course he would. And then you see Riley just go through all these different emotions was great. And then seeing her parents having their emotions, and it's the same design, just kind of different a little bit. Like the dad, you had joy, sadness, all the same design, except they had mustaches and they were like boy emotions. And then you had the mom, they had like a view like thing where they're wearing glasses and stuff. It was great. I really enjoyed how all the emotions were still the same design, just different in a way for their particular human. So great stuff. The way the memories, the just how they, of course, the memories and the long-lasting memories and all the memories that the forgottenness wasteland, and also the team who was like taking away all the memories that they didn't, Riley doesn't need anymore, that she's not going to remember, was great. It's just clever stuff like that. I want to say though, Bing Bong, I wish he had a better design, but it was pretty funny when he was crying out candy. That was hilarious. Just the overall, the lands, family land and friendship land and all that, and then them disappearing and then becoming anew at the end of the film was great. I mean, this film had so much imagination, so much smart writing in here. The dialogue was great with the interactions, with all the emotions. Sadness, I really like Sadness. It fits Phyllis Smith. If you haven't seen Phyllis Smith, she's in The Office. I was thinking Phyllis the whole time, honestly. And then I didn't really necessarily know it was Amy Poehler as Joy. Like, I said, this has to be Amy Poehler, but some of the interviews, I thought it was somebody else who voice actressed her, but no, it was Amy Poehler. Totally Amy Poehler. Great stuff, though. I really think this was a fantastic film. I think you guys need to check it out. The one thing I did, like I said, was the beginning. It was just, what I could, they're setting it up, and they're trying to introduce you to Riley and all these emotions. Riley moving from Minnesota to San Francisco, her not fitting in really, her crying in classroom. I did like that aspect, as well as we all go through this, We've all been not wanting to embarrass ourselves. If you have moved, you kind of miss that one hometown, Or also running away. Running away is a big factor. Like at one point you wanted to run away and just leave everything behind. So it was great to them include that and really, just have us really relate to this aspect. So this movie overall was great. I could hear the kids having fun. I could hear them laughing. There's a lot of goofball moments in here, but there's a lot of subtle humor as well, especially with Amy Poehler. Amy Poehler has that wicked tongue that has that comedy type slash, like a lizard. She's good. All right. I love her humor. Great stuff, though. Great stuff. I really did enjoy it. There's really nothing to fault about this movie other than maybe, maybe just a little bit of the pacing. Not even the pacing. Just, I wish they could have went to the conflict a little bit sooner. But that's just a nitpick, honestly. It's just really a fantastic film. And also, it's strange, though. It's a film that, I said this in my other review, it's a film that... you got to throw the words classic, You got to throw the words, basically, is this movie going to be remembered 10 years down the line? Are people going to still watch this over and over again? I think this is not necessarily a film you'll watch over and over again. I think it's in the same level as Up. That's the only thing I can... And WALL-E. But it's not Toy Story. It's not Toy Story 3. It's not... it's just not as rewatchable as those other films. Even The Incredibles, But it is a great film. I think kudos to the Pixar team, kudos to Disney, kudos to just them finding the groove again. And they're going back to Incredibles 2, so I really am hoping for that. Really looking forward to that. But this movie was great. This movie was fun for the family and the grown-ups. So that's it. That's all I have to really say about Inside Out. I really enjoyed myself. And if you did really enjoy the film, that's fine. I would like to hear you guys why you didn't enjoy it. If you didn't enjoy it, let me know. I really didn't know what I was getting into, and it was a surprise. I really liked it. I really loved it. I really liked what they did with it. It was definitely just one of the best well-made movie of this year. It is up there. It's for a kids movie. It's pretty damn good. So thank you guys for listening. Grab a tick, grab a seat, get some good popcorn to eat. I'll see you at the cinema, guys. Thank you guys.